Hi there. Welcome to another quality video from Sailing Lima Charlie. We hope you enjoy.
Hello, all you good people out there. I hope everyone is doing well. This is the final segment of this video having to do with the redo of the head. I just finished today. I had some issues with some leaks, but those have been resolved now, and it is time to move on to other more exciting, well, probably not more exciting, but at least other things that need to be done to the boat. But for the most part, this is the last project. This head project is the last major project on the boat, at least for now. There's a lot more fun to come, but that's going to be discussed in future videos, such as engine work. Which I know everybody will be very interested in seeing what I'm going to be up to there, but that's not going to happen till later in the year. What I would like to have happen is that I'm able to make it through the summer with the engine as it is right now. It is smoking a lot, so I know I have some issues with rings and valves probably, and that kind of thing. I don't think the engine's been touched in the 1,200 roughly hours that the engine has on it. But again, that's to come later. So as you can see in the picture, there is the clear tubing, or what used to be a clear tubing, is the water line that provided water to the sink in the vanity that I just finished. There's that tube. In the middle of that, you can see the pipe or tube or whatever hose that the sewage from the toilet to the Blackwater holding tank passed through. You can see a couple of the fittings. You can see the on-off valve, which was for the part of the macerator, where the macerator would send the sewage out into the ocean if you were at least 3 miles out to sea. You could legally dump it right into the ocean there, and then the other direction it would go out up through a fitting on the deck, and I would either go to a pump out station and pump out the sewage from the Blackwater holding tank, or I would call, which I prefer to do, call a service which will come over, tie up next to your boat, and they will extract the sewage. But anyway, that has been, all that has been removed now, and I'm in the process of beginning to reinstall the new product. I do want to take a minute and show you the new items that I'm going to be installing in this toilet system. I took out and threw away the old hand pump. This is a manually pumped toilet. So this is a brand new toilet from Jabsco, a new toilet pump extraction handle thingy from Jabsco. And basically the way that it works is that you do your business, you pump that out into the holding tank that we just looked at, and then you have a selector switch here which either allows the contents of the toilet to be pumped out, or to, if you flip it over, then it brings new water into the toilet. And normally on most boats, they have a hose hooked up to another seacock, which is underneath the settee on the port side. And when you open that seacock up, open that handle, it brings in water from the ocean, so salt water, into the toilet, and that is used for flushing water. However, in the case of my boat, I'm going to have a separate reservoir over there, and again, that's another seacock that's going to be capped off, because we will use fresh water to flush the toilet on the boat. The problem with seawater is that seawater has living organisms in it, and if you pump that water into the toilet, after a couple of days it begins to smell like dead sea life. So that's a really good motivation to use fresh water. And when I get ready to install that reservoir, which I have already made, I'll show that to you. I'll show you how I made it, and you may even watch me putting it together. And I'll show you how that whole system works when the time comes.
We've identified 41, we have recovered 41 sets of marine matches, and 28 of those victims have been positively identified. And as of 6 a.m. this morning, that's the key notification have been made to 18 families.
Are believed to be trapped within the wreckage of both aircraft. Investigators say the entire recovery...
So let me show you what I just finished in its entirety, and this will wrap up the video, and it'll wrap up this big project. So when we got together, I think the last time I showed you the redone vanity, which is working out tremendously well. I've yet to plumb and run water to the sink, but that will be coming up fairly soon. I'm like I said, real satisfied with the way that turned out. This is the door that leads into the salon area, and at some point in time, I'm not sure how this is going to rank in priority, but I want to take this door off and clean the hinges, replace the door handle, and redo the door, sand it down, and varnish it, stain it, whatever it is that I decide to do. Now here's the most recent accomplishment, and this is the toilet, of course. You've seen one of these before. And as I said earlier in the video, I decided to put some of the peel and stick tile on the bulkheads here, just as I did in the back area here, and behind the vanity. If you look closely, and you don't really need to do that, but if you were to look closely, you would see that there are some irregularities, and the reason for that is that all three bulkheads, or I should say none of the three bulkheads, are square. They're not parallel and perpendicular. There's angles all over the place. So as a consequence, since the tile squares are indeed square, 11.5-inch squares, and after trying to cut the tile squares to the proper angle for the situation that I had in front of me, it turned into an absolute disaster. That technique was not going to work. So I ended up just overlapping some of the tiles. You can certainly see that in the back, in the center here. And there are a couple of other areas as well. But like so many things on this boat, and if you've been watching my videos, you know I've said it before, and that is it's a hell of a lot better than what it was when I got the boat. So as far as the toilet itself is concerned, I have, this is a whole new mechanism here down to this point. So it's no longer garbagey like it was before. All of the pipe is, or hose, whatever you want to call it, is brand new. All the clamps are brand new. And you may recall that I showed you the reservoir, which is underneath the port side settee. I completed that and I hooked it up. This is the hose here that comes from that reservoir, and it now will pump flushing water. Flip that over to flush, and it now pumps very nice smelling flushing water into the toilet to flush it, and then it pumps it back, and I'll show you now this area. So this is now complete, and I hope you can see this with the lighting, but this hose with the red open close handle is the evacuation hose, which comes out of the bottom of the holding tank, comes up through here, goes up through the back of the compartment, as you can hopefully see there, and then comes out the back. And then it goes up to the deck, and that's where the waste is pumped out of the holding tank. This is a vent hose to allow it to vent so that everything can be evacuated out. I have the new laminate here and new fiddles on, or redone fiddles. I still have some wood fill work to do over the nail holes. And if you look back here at the back, you'll be able to see that it wasn't exactly the cleanest, best job, but I will be piecing in some laminate to patch all of that up. But it looks much better. And then of course, the inside of the wet locker is now painted. So this is all painted white, and then I've got the tan color on each side. So you can now, it's not so dark in here that you can't see what the hell's in there. So I'm real happy with that. I still have some wood finish that I need to do. This is what it looked like before. And so you can see that I still need to do this side. What I'm going to do, obviously, is take this crap out of here. And then I'm probably going to have 2 shelves built into here so that I can store clothing and that kind of thing, which now is up in this area. I still need to put new laminate on here, but that's what I see as being a future small project. No big projects. Back here you can see that the V-berth is still this ugly crap brown color, and not in very good shape either. So what I'm going to be doing after I finish this bulkhead here has to be sanded and repainted. But when I've finished with all of that stuff, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to empty out the V-berth, And I'm going to sand and paint this probably the same white that you see here. I don't see why I should change from that. And then, you know, I've got it covered with these 24-inch square tiles here. I really like it. They're they're fairly soft. There's at least some padding there, so that if I or somebody wants to sleep up here, they can. But that's it. That completes the video. It completes the project, and I appreciate all of you guys watching. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you'll refer any of your friends or family to watch the channel. I'll try and put out better quality videos in the future, and I hope all of you have a good 2025, and we'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.